Well, here we are, another super fun day with Julie O. Ready for Laugh Live. Laugh Live.
Laugh Life. I'm ready for a a a chitty chitty bang bang time with Chip. Chippy chippy bang bang. Chippy chippy
Chippy,
bang bang.
chippy,
We love
bang, bang.
you,
That really doesn't sound right. Chippy, chippy, bang, bang.
Gwen. Gwen.
She's gone. She's not here. So we're talking about the big 80s today, crappy customer service, and other random stuff. So
Maybe.
big
Yeah.
80s.
Maybe.
Hey,
Yeah. Big 80's.
big 80s. What year did you graduate, Julio?
From.
High school?
Sorry, we seem to have a bad connection.
Well, I was class
I'm
86. So it
all right.
was
Fine.
it,
85.
are you serious? I didn't realize
Yeah.
you're older than me.
Wait a minute.
Oh, Gwen's like join Julie and Gwen later for a better episode. That is awesome. So you graduated
Yes.
85.
85. Yeah.
85. So what was your favorite music that year?
Oh, I liked a lot of Simple Minds. Oops.
A lot of
Um,
simple minds.
A little Simple Minds. Tears for Fears.
Oh yeah, songs from the big house.
Everybody wants to rule the
I actually,
world.
I thought a really good, spin on that would be like for the spray cleaner shout, shout, shout to get it all out. Stains are the things we can do without. Come on, I'm talking to you. See,
Me?
I think
Me? That's Stain right
I
there.
should have sold that. That is like an awesome idea. Oh, Diane, my former realtor's on here. Hey, Diane. She said, "Hey, Chippy." So I was like, "Hey, Diane." I put the Y at the end.
Isn't that
So
great?
songs
What
from
I
the
would
big
like to
chair.
do, sorry for interrupting you. This is my sorry I'm interrupting. I would love to share what we're talking about with my peeps as well. Nothing wrong with your peeps because our peeps are your peeps, but I would like to be able to share this.
That sounds really great. Why don't you do that? And I'm going to, 1986 was a great year. It was the year that obviously I graduated high school. And it was, I think it was the year, did Top Gun come out that year? Or was it the year before? Was it 85 or 86? The single best movie for recruiting people into the United States Navy. No, probably, semblance of reality in the entire movie, but certainly was a good movie. Are you done on your thing
And
there?
no, and everybody in the Navy is that cut, shred, cut. Yes. What I would
No,
love,
no, there are not. We live strictly on a diet of coffee, donuts, and after hours peanut butter and jelly sandwiches.
and somebody's texting me. Ooh. Live now. Here we go. Live now. Okay. Now, I could just be pretending I'm texting other people.
All right, so are you ready for
I
your
think we need
80s?
to text I think we need to text other people. No,
Are you ready for your 80s trivia?
yes. Oh, can I answer your
Eight.
question? Because you said
Okay.
about what year I graduated. I'm going to pretend I did not answer for real. My
Mhm.
fake answer is I have a lot of information about 80's trivia. Go.
Okay, well, before we get into that, what was your favorite movie in the 80s?
Mm. Well, I'm not sure if I could say favorite, but definitely the most poignant and memorable for us graduating in 1980. St. Elmo's Fire.
Oh my God, I hated that movie.
Well, well, it's because we identified with that and
How could you
Jewel.
identify with that movie?
Well, we thought we did. Well,
Okay,
identify with because we are
because you're
all
all missing
troubled
like
souls.
you're all missing brain cells.
Yeah, and then I lost some brain cells in college. The St. Elmo's Fire, it was real. I didn't have a step monster, but we all felt alone, but we are all connected as well. It's a very deep message. This is my do you Oh, I have a favorite line from that movie. Ready?
Oh, Anne Zaccardi loves Footloose. That's hilarious. Yes, and
Oh,
she's like, "Say Elmo's
yes.
Fire." You guys are sad. It's the best
Saint
movie in the '80s, right here. I'm going to
Okay,
tell you.
wait,
I'm going to tell
wait.
you.
No, no, no. Best line, best line. I knew the minute he walked in. Drugs.
I don't know what that references.
St. Elmo's Fire.
I don't think I've seen it but once, but then I left a couple IQ points dumber, so I didn't watch it again. Best movie, in my opinion, John Cusack, 1988's Better Off Dead.
Oh, I want my $2.
I want my $2. And then the line where, he Ricky's mom drinks gasoline and she lights a cigarette, and then a couple days later he's like, "Hey, sorry I blew up your mom, Ricky." Classic movie line. That was yeah,
I
great
liked
movie.
that. And when our French exchange student is coming over. I have French fries, French
Franz
toast,
dressing.
French
Franz
dressing.
dressing. Yes, classic movie. If you've never seen it, rent it
Go
today.
see
It
it
is an
now.
80s classic. Second to none. It is like the best 80s movie,
Yeah, there's no
in my
none in it.
opinion. Even my dad liked that movie.
What?
Yes, watched it with him. He was like rolling the whole time. Thought it was hilarious.
Now, here's a fun thing. When you throw out references from movies from the 80s or whatever time period, you know who your audience is. I gave a presentation to a library staff a couple weeks ago, staff members of a library.
I
And
kind of, I kind of, I kind of put that together. But okay,
I know I spoke kind of backward, and then I realized what I did, and then I put the puzzle back together. That's what I did there. See
nice,
what I did
nice.
there?
Backwards puzzle. Yeah,
Backward.
brilliant, brilliant.
Yeah. I can speak in dyslexic. The okay, so then the staff were talking about how sometimes it's difficult to communicate with members who patrons who owe them $2. And just like comedic Tourette's, like I have, I said, $2, I want my $2. And
Yeah,
half the room laughed. And then there were other people who didn't get it. But I identify with the people who get my stuff. You know what I'm
there
saying?
you go. So we got, Gwen obviously says Chip likes cheesy movies, which I do. I will freely admit that. And was like, how about Caddyshack? Yeah, absolutely. That's early 80s, but still 80s. Awesome movie. Emery was like, my former roommate in the Navy was Uncle Buck. Uncle Buck is a good movie. It really is. When he's making that giant pancake. I mean, I didn't like Macaulay Culkin at all, but John Candy made the movie. You know
Uncle Buck is one of the movies where I've just seen parts of it, just enough to know, okay, I know what Uncle
what?
Buck is.
Uh,
Caddyshack, get this. Caddyshack was in the movie theater. Then it was on regular TV, and we were all saying, "Mom, Mom, Mom, we have to watch this, because it's on one of those 3 channels that we got back in the 80s." So we all got ready to watch it, and we think, "Oh, this one scene is hilarious, the Baby Ruth scene." Guess what? CBS or whatever it is edited out the Baby Ruth
well,
because it was
because
too suggestive.
you can't show turds on TV.
Well, they do now on CNN. Booyah! Booyah! Booyah!
Yeah.
Drop the koosh ball.
Drop the koosh ball. Are you ready for your 80s trivia, Julio?
More?
No, that was just talking about movies. I got some actual I actually got some real trivia for you. Are you ready?
Oh, good. Good. Because let me
Okay.
say this. Your question before was an opinion. I was getting a little scared about that. Look
But
at my
all my questions, all my opinions, really questions? I don't know. Mm.
all of
All
your
right.
statements are opinions.
Yeah. All right. So first question, Julio.
Ready.
Who were Turbo and Ozone?
I'm guessing a cartoon of some kind.
No.
Give me
Turbo
hint.
and Ozone.
Hint.
Straight
Hint.
from
I
Break
need a hint.
Dancing.
Hint.
Electric Boogaloo. Remember the breakdancing movies?
This goes in the category of not intelligent enough for Julie.
Okay, second questions. All right. What bar did the gang from Three's Company always go to?
Oh, that one down the street.
Yeah, the Regal Beagle. Good
Exactly.
job.
Yes, thank you. Thank you very much. Yep.
That's
and
awesome.
then their sleazy friend. What was his name? With the black hair, the tight jeans.
Oh, it was Larry.
Larry.
Larry's good. So we got Back to the Future. Those were good. Breakfast Club. I kind of like the Breakfast Club, and was like 16 Candles.
Okay, Breakfast Club. Breakfast Club trivia. Which character am I when I do this?
You're the one that The
Wait,
one that one that Ali Sheedy played.
yep. Look,
Yep.
snowflakes. What
Okay,
else?
okay. So in that movie, what character would you be? Who are you?
Johnny, for sure. Smoke 'em up, Johnny.
I was Anthony Michael Hall, the dork, but I wasn't
Oh,
as smart as he was.
I would say, who was I? I was.
Hmm.
Who else did we have? There was Ali Sheedy, what's her face, Molly Ringwald,
Yeah.
and were there three girls?
Were there? No, I think they're just two. So we'll look out to the group there. See, I don't know. I think there's just two girls. I think that was it. You had Ali Sheedy, you had Molly Ringwald, and then Anthony Mackie Hall.
What's his face? Estevez.
Yep, Emilio Estevez. You had Judd.
Judd
What's
Nelson.
Judd? Judd Nelson and um, Anthony Michael Hall.
Yeah.
That was it. You were Anthony Michael Hall.
I was a cross between Molly Ringwald and Snowflake Girl. I didn't have dandruff.
Mm. Okay, so
Yeah,
best-selling
moving on.
album,
Which one?
best-selling album of the '80s.
Oh God, I love the Police in Yada Mandata. I don't know if it was best selling.
What? What?
Come on, people listening, please comment. You know the album, the Police album, Zenyatta Mandata. Please comment if you know.
See, Gwen gets created. It's just like I don't know that much about '80s music because I usually listen to like the '60s music when I was in high school because I know all the words to that. We'll be driving along and the song from the '60s will come on. I know all the words. She's like, "How do you know that?" And I'll be like, I'm a dork, just the way it is."
Hi, I'm a dork. My name's Chip, and I'm a dork. Hi, Chip. Keep
All
coming
right.
back.
So, did you have a pair of parachute pants?
No, I had, I think, a pair of pseudo parachute pants. They were, yeah.
They were canvas.
I'm not sure what it was. Might have been. It kind of went like this. Plastic. Hold on.
What are you doing?
I'm drawing. Do you want to see my drawings?
I want to see your drawings.
My name is Simon.
Cheeky monkey. All right. So, Buddy Lee wants to see your drawings. Let's get him up there. Is that a penis? What
Those
is
are
that?
pants. Those are my
Oh,
pants.
pants. I couldn't see it all that well. It's a little blurred.
Because they weren't really parachute pants, but they were kind of parachutey, but not parachutey material, and they were elastic. And I was. Here's the thing.
This question is for you. And wants to know if you were leg warmers.
I did, but not ritually. I grew up in Michigan, and we wore whatever layers kept us warm. I swam competitively. I wore layers just to keep myself warm. I'm not saying in the pool.
I was going to ask, was that in the pool?
Yeah. Sure. Here's the thing for all you ladies out there, if all of you did wear makeup during high school, God bless you. I didn't. I smelled like chlorine because we had swim practice in the morning and swim practice after school. Like, wonder why. I was thinking the other day, why didn't I care so much about makeup? Oh, because I was in the water all the time. And my perfume was chlorine. Lovely.
Very nice. Very nice.
A
Emery
little
was
bit.
like Michael Jackson pants for the parachute pants. I had a pair of parachute pants. I didn't buy them. Somebody bought them for me, but I still wore them and got made fun of by my brothers incessantly for it. But they were really comfortable.
Now,
I
were
would wear them
they?
today.
See, the thing is, you could wear those on Thanksgiving, Chip.
I
Buffet
know.
eating pants, as a friend of mine would say.
Thanksgiving pants. Absolutely.
Yeah.
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 That's kind of like, so you just keep eating. You don't really feel as full. That's the way to do it. What was your favorite thing about the '80s?
That I didn't have to pay bills.
Oh, woo, woo, yeah, absolutely.
And
Woo.
I didn't have to pay bills. It didn't really matter what I wanted to be when I grew up. Um, what
No
else? Oh,
responsibilities.
no.
Yeah,
I
that was the
babysat and I I got my first job my senior year of high school.
Yeah, that would probably be the best thing about the 80s was life actually before I became an adult.
Yeah, life before.
Life before I became an adult. And I had to think about bills and working, slaving for the man every day.
But
Screw
that's
the
you
80s.
these
That's what I
days.
say.
That's you because you
Now I'm
work by
pissed off.
yourself. But
Now I'm
Chip,
pissed off at the 80s.
yeah, but if you're angry at the man, you're working for the man, you're
Yeah,
angry at yourself, bro, because you're an entrepreneur. Bam. By the
I
way,
am now, but back then I wasn't. Back then
product
I was.
placement. Product placement.
Product placement. You're a dork. Okay, I'll do that too. Product placement. Product placement. Product placement. That's for my new book. Get past the crap. Yeah, that looks just like you and likes punk rock. And let's see. Hair green from chlorine. Gwen said like no. So all right, so
Oh,
are we ready to
yes.
segue?
Yeah,
No,
I have a segue.
let's segue. What are you going to segue with?
I'm going to segue to crappy customer service.
Oh hell yeah, let's do that.
Okay. So I I love it when I have opportunities to learn from other people's mistakes.
Okay.
All right, so a couple of examples of feeling like I'm bothering the person who's getting paid to do their job. Hmm. At a at a cafe, inside another establishment, asked something about my coffee, and all this girl heard was coffee, and she said, "What about it?" Hmm. Luckily for her, I was already having a good day, but I would have taught her a lesson.
What would happen if you're having a bad day? Would you like just like completely
Oh,
like gone like
railer,
ape on her and
railer,
just like
absolutely.
right,
Okay. You want me to show
like
the
body
story
slammed
time?
her?
You want me to? If the counter were not between us, yes. I used to try it when I was much younger. I tried to change everybody's ways. I tried to inform everybody. I thought, I know. I got recovery for that, I guess. I thought everybody wanted some help. They don't.
No,
You
the people
know,
don't help.
no, they don't. And so what I did, there was one of the times where I was standing there at the counter, different coffee place. Maybe it's coffee and me, different topic. But I'm standing there and the girl doesn't even acknowledge me, doesn't even acknowledge anybody else except for the one thing she's doing.
What was that?
She's just helping somebody else, but she
Oh,
should.
go! God forbid they. God forbid she doesn't. She leaves her real customer and goes over to you because
No, but she
it's
no,
all
I
about
am
you.
not. I'm not setting this up right at all.
You're like you're like I was like, what's she doing? She's like, oh, she's helping another customer. I'm like,
No,
you're like everybody should clear out of the freaking way for me because I'm Julie. Woo woo. You are,
remember that's what we said today's topic was going to
that's
be.
so much shit, isn't it, Buddy Lee? Yes.
I did not set up this story right. What I meant to say was, you're wrong. No, what I meant to say was, if okay, you're helping somebody, but maybe you're just bagging their croissant in the bag or whatever, you can still acknowledge the person, me, or five other people on the other side of the counter. You don't agree with me. Please,
No,
people comment.
I'm just like in my head being Julie for a minute, thinking that like when you walk in, you're thinking like trumpet shoot a sound and announce your arrival. Oh, announcing! Now announcing Julie, Queen of all coffee. All hail! Everybody bows down as you strut up to your coffee. Oh, thank you, thank you. You can have your bagel later. I'm first.
Even though your train is about to leave.
We I went to
This is
McDonald's.
not. This is not, Chip. This is not going as I had communicated.
We went to
Tried.
I went to McDonald's the other day to get a salad and a sandwich. So I ordered, Gwen the sandwich that she liked. We got home, it's a completely different sandwich. So I called, and what did I Did I get a person? No, I got their answering machine. And then no call back. Finally, Gwen called back today, was like, and like gave him a little bit of what for. And I mean, I still ate the sandwich that was really not the one I ordered because it's a couple miles in town. I'm like, it's really not worth going in there.
Food.
But my son, food. My son used to work there, and so he used to say that within McDonald's, what they try to give everybody a golden moment, and I didn't get my golden moment at all. No golden moment.
What's a golden moment?
It's where the customer's happy, I guess.
Mm. You got this. You got a dark moment. That's what you got.
This is the moment I got right here.
You definitely got that moment.
I got that moment right there. Absolutely.
Okay, let me try this again. Take two.
Okay, set it up correctly. I want to make sure that Buddy Lee and I are listening intently.
All right. I'm approaching the coffee counter. The person at the counter is grabbing a croissant for somebody and sort of starts to make eye contact with me and other customers, but she doesn't say hello. She continues to ignore us, and as if she can only focus on one task. And a number of years ago, when I did try to change everybody's ways, I tried to give this little girl a little talking to. I said, "Hey, just so you know, it might be helpful if you say hello to," it might have been with a little bit of that snark as well. Just a suggestion, you might want to greet your guests first because I've been waiting here for 15 minutes and all I want is to be acknowledged. The reaction, as I recall, might have been something like this. Let's see. Yeah. Mm.
Oh, I actually thought that the computer went dead there for a moment, but that was just.
That's what they do, though. They don't know what to say. Sometimes the youngsters don't know what to say because, oh my goodness, this person is asking for customer service.
Oh yeah.
Okay, so I do have someone who shared a story, and I said, "Oh my goodness, can I share this story?" Okay, so I don't have all of it right there. My friend.
Okay.
She was gonna. I can't find the screenshot of it,
but
I remember the story.
All right.
She had posted the memory of.
Hold on. And was like, "Is that like a golden? Is that like a golden moment? Is that like a golden shower?" I don't really think it's the same thing.
It was not.
I don't think it's the same thing. My son, like I said, my son used to work there. I'll ask him. I don't know. All right, continue on with your story.
Oh, here we go. Okay, Eleanor Turner, my friend who I used to work with, and she's a lovely person, and she has a British accent. Another reason why I love her.
Hello, Governor.
Yeah. Nice. Sorry, Eleanor. Elena. So, went to the post office to send off my UK passport renewal, and the worker was so rude to me. Meanwhile, Jojo, her little one, I think maybe at the time was 3, has a nasty fever and must feel terrible. But I was stuck with this misery of a woman as she berated me for not knowing every detail of how overseas envelope tracking works. And she couldn't leave because she needed to get her passport taken care of. So Jojo, the 3-year-old, barfed all over the counter. What a disgusting yet incredibly satisfying way to tell the woman at the counter what we thought of her service. And then Eleanor added, "That's my girl."
Wouldn't that be the best? Anytime you get bad customer service, you just like you can spontaneously just like barf all over. You're at McDonald's, you get some cold fries. I was like, I'd get warm fries the next time, bitches. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, you would. You would. You got overcharged at Kohl's.
Woo, that would be so much fun.
She did then. Eleanor, if you want to hear the response or additional information that Eleanor shared, and that was the crabby woman's response.
What is it?
This is very small font. She backed away from her desk and then fled briefly. I just stood there letting JoJo. Oh, sorry. Oh, sorry. Hang on. Got it. I just stood there letting JoJo finish. She was in my arms, so we didn't have a lot of choice. And then she came back and thrust a stack of paper towels at me. I dabbed at it, but JoJo was so upset. I just let the woman finish cleaning it up.
Oh, I love that.
That's
That is
awesome,
awesome.
Eleanor. So it's almost, I imagine this. Like this is JoJo. And it's almost like
That completely shifts the power dynamic, right? So at first, lady's like, "You got to do this," and then I was like, "Oh man, I wish I could spontaneously hurl like that. That would be awesome."
Here, I've got your tracking information, or your tracking details. Oh my gosh, good one, JoJo.
Nice. I used to work with this guy in the Navy where people would come up and he was in charge of career counseling and stuff. And people would come up and say, "Hey, I want to do this." And he would look at him. He was huge. He's like 6 foot, missing link looking guy. And he'd be like, "So what do you want me to do?" And then they would walk out of the room and then they'd come back and say, "Yeah, I need to do this." He's like, "I don't care." And it was like, he said everything I always wanted to say, but I knew better. He just went ahead and said it because nobody's going to say anything to him. I was like, I mean, have you had customer service jobs before where you're just like, with some of the customers, you just want to like hit them in the face?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. I'm just asking. Moment of honesty, moment of truth. Oh, yeah. Moment of truth. There you go.
Let's see. I don't know if this is customer service per se, but it's the story that popped into my head. It's about me. No, I'm kidding. Yeah.
But of course, everything's about you. All hail Julie. Oh, yes. Empress of the worlds in Antioch.
I don't live in Antioch.
Whatever. Go ahead.
When I worked at a pool, there was a woman whose daughter had cut her finger during class, and I went and got towels for her, and I said, "Oh, here's a towel. I'll go get ice. You wait here." And then I go back into the room where all that stuff is, where members or guests aren't allowed, just employees only. And I had specifically said to the woman, "Just stay there with your daughter, ice pack, or the towel. I'll go get the ice pack." And she comes back at the door where I'm standing, employees only, and she said, here's the bloody towel. And I said, she said, "Well, can I just go then watch my daughter in class?" I said, "No." And she said, "Here, can I just leave it on the floor? Can I just leave this bloody towel on the floor? Because I've got to get back to class." I said, "No." And I found myself, I was nice, I was kind, I was firm, but there are times when I had to say, you have to say exactly what you're saying the same way in the same tone. Because sometimes that first time it doesn't sink in. I was kind.
Take the bloody towel with you.
It's your daughter's blood.
Nobody wants that. Nobody whatsoever.
But here's the thing. I think this also is opening up to the conversation of how do you maintain your decorum, professionalism, while someone is being kind of jerky to you. You just have to build a wall, not that kind of wall, because we're not talking about politics. Build a wall around you. And at that time, I kind of had to talk to her like she was a 5-year-old. I said, "No, I'm going to get those here. I'm going to get the ice pack, and I'll come back."
That was well played, Julie. Good job.
Yeah. And I got fired. No, I'm kidding. I didn't.
I got fired.
That would have been funny.
Whoo! So, are we ready for viewer mail?
I love viewer mail.
All right.
Product placement. Product
placements right here. Ooh. All right. So, dear Julie, I am a single professional woman in my early 30s in an industry where networks and relationships are extremely important. How should I respond when male professional contacts express an interest in meeting up, and I can't tell if they are mean professionally or as on a date?
Signed whom? What is her name?
Signed, confused gentle reader.
Okay. CGR. I'll call her CGR.
Okay.
Okay, CGR, first of all, I'm thinking you're tapping into your intuition, your woman's instinct, and you're getting the vibe that this guy is sending out vibes you don't want. So go with that. If you think there's a possible business opportunity, have other people go with you. Why is
See,
that
that's what
funny?
Emery said. Emery said, take a friend. That's nice. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah,
See, I think she's reading too much in because I think that probably, um,
he's a dick.
well, I'm thinking that, she probably
Oh,
wants
and your
to
screen
date.
froze. Nailed it. What? What happened?
What?
Your screen
That
froze.
Oh, that's what your excuse is for everything. Every time you say something you don't like, you're like, "Oh, your screen froze. I couldn't hear you." That's
Right, Gwen?
always your
Good
thing.
one, Gwen, right?
I think she got tired of us and she left. So, yeah. So she's looking if it's like professional or that. It's like she should always err on the side of being professional because chances are nobody wants to date her. I'm just saying.
Wow.
It's just harsh. If
But
you,
but in reality though, there are men who scope out women in networking groups. I had my ass grabbed at a business networking group after
me
I gave a
too.
presentation. Oh, there you go. There you go. There it is. But when I'm okay, I know you're trying to see this is laugh life. I'm making this serious subject. Serious subject, laugh life. But seriously,
But,
listen to your intuition, CGR. Oh, fine.
but he's like, oh, little born in the USA action there. He does look a little bit like Bruce Springsteen from the back, if you think about it.
He does, and I have your
Um,
favorite.
oh my god, I hate that thing. If I ever come to your house, honest God, I'm gonna hunt that thing down and I'm gonna bust it. I'm gonna bust it up. Absolutely. What was the last thing we had on our list today to talk about?
Fun ways to play the blame game.
Oh my lord, yes. All right.
Yes. What are your thoughts on that?
Um, I grew up the youngest 6 kids, so I was blamed for everything growing up. I mean,
What?
absolutely, yeah. Everything that happened was my fault.
I'm the
Like, oh,
youngest of six.
are you really?
Yes.
Twinsies.
Twinsies.
So,
Your screen froze.
yeah. So everything was my fault growing up. So,
Yep.
I'm not really good at the blame game. I just usually like, yeah, it was probably me. I probably screwed that up. I'm just used to it.
See, I was raised in a Catholic home as well, and everything was, there was the guilt thing.
Every sperm is sacred. Every sperm is great. If a sperm is wasted, God will get irate. Okay, there we go.
Do you have any
So
room at the inn?
yeah,
Do you have
Sarah's like she was blamed for everything too because her mom couldn't remember anybody else's name. Just
I
like
was called Bob, Ann, Carol, Nancy, Patsy. If we had a dog, I would have been called whatever.
Skipper. That was my dog's name. We would have called you Skipper. All right, so please continue on.
I'm Mother Mary.
Mother, Mother Julie.
My first play, the first play I was in was in a Christmas pageant, and I was the Virgin Mary. Product placement.
Product placement. So I don't think this conversation is really going anywhere.
I do. Hell in a handbasket.
on blaming.
Hell
Okay,
in a
what was the worst thing?
handbasket.
Okay,
Oh,
we'll start
blaming,
here. What was
blaming.
the what was
Sorry,
the worst
blaming.
thing? What was the worst thing you were ever blamed for?
Oh. Oh, we're going there? um, worst thing I was ever blamed for. If you have an if you have an answer, you can go first. I need to mull that over.
Well, in high school, I was taking was it music history or music theory, but my orchestra conductor was actually the person that was running the class. So I was down the hallway talking to a different teacher. I was going to be late because I was talking about an assignment, and one of the other people in class, we were watching movies on different things back in the cassette tape days, VHS cassettes. So he had replaced it with a porn tape. So when the teacher went to press the play button, up up comes this porn, right? This is my junior year in high school, right? First words, first words out of his mouth were Chip. And I was like, I wasn't even in there, man. I mean, why am I getting blamed for stuff when I didn't own any porn? I mean, where was I going? But so anyway, I
Did
got
you so did you borrow it from somebody so you could do that?
no, it's actually a different kid in class. It was a friend of mine. It was pretty funny actually. But when he started interrogating the other students, he found it really quick, who the culprit was. But I was like, he was my string bass instructor and my orchestra conductor, so I knew him pretty well. And I was just like, I can't believe those would be your first words out of your mouth. He's like, well, it is you.
Well, I don't know what to say about that. I like that you got redeemed. You will be redeemed.
Oh,
Amen. I
okay.
remember a story. I got a story.
All right, beautiful.
All right. 6th or 7th grade, lunch hour. A bunch of us are in the girls' bathroom, and I think it's going to be so incredibly funny to pretend that I am writing a boy's name on the wall. See how funny that is?
That
I was
is
going to write
hilarious.
John, and I actually remember his last name. I don't know if I should say John Orodzansky. Like, oh, because he was so cool. And I'm like, oh, wouldn't that be funny to have the coolest guy in school with his name on the girls' bathroom wall? See, isn't that funny? John Orodzansky was here. I wasn't even planning. I wasn't planning on actually writing it. It was just the demonstration of it. And I've got my hand on the wall, and all of a sudden I hear, you. And then my friends just back away. I'm at the wall by myself. Lunch lady, hall monitor lady says, you. What? But I wasn't going. You, come here. I got an 8th hour for that. We had 7 hours, and so I got a detention. And I told my mom what happened. I recall her finding it humorous, so I stayed after class. But I got blamed for something that didn't even happen. How about that? That
That
is
is so
torment.
sad. That is so sad.
Wah, wah.
I'm so sorry for you. Any other interesting ways to blame people for stuff before we have to close out?
You know how they say if you have one finger pointed at someone else and the rest of the fingers are pointing at you, you're just as responsible, if not more. You know what I do? Japanese star. It's your fault.
My kids call that the karate chop dad hands. Like
It's
like
your
you
fault.
needed. Ah.
Here,
That's
let's
good.
shake. Yeah, it's your fault.
Because it's no longer 4 point back at me. No, they're all at you. They're all at you.
Your fault. Your fault. Ooh, look, 10. Watch that. All your
Your
fault.
fault. All
Your
10 right
fault.
there.
Your fault.
Oh, all right. So I'm going to close out by asking you, I'm going to ask you just a random stupid joke, okay?
Oh,
All right.
I've got one of those too. Should I get my book?
You have the same book? All right. I'm going to tell you one, you tell me one, and then we'll close. I'm just going to random.
I have a better idea. We'll use my book next week. How about that? Because mine's all the way back there.
Okay. Here's my random stupid joke for you.
I love random stupid jokes.
Did you hear did you hear about the one guy who moved to a penthouse?
No, I didn't hear about the guy who.
Yeah, he wanted to make sure he kept a roof under his wife's feet. What the fuck? Oh, that was.
I'm embarrassed. I don't get it.
Yeah. What do you call a frozen Frankfurter?
Ice dog?
A chili hot dog.
Oh my God. Stupid.
It is stupid.
Okay, fine.
Well, this has been Laugh Life with Chip Lutz. You can find me at unconventionalleader.com and Julio.
You can find me at GoFindTheFunny.com. GoFindTheFunny.com.
Dot
.com.
com.
Dot
Thanks.
com. Not
Always a
Antioch.
pleasure. No, not Antioch. Where is it? I know it's down there someplace.
I'm in a northwest suburb of Chicago. Just say Chicago. Makes me sound hip.
Okay. All right. So well, join
Whatever
us
it
next
takes.
week when we're going to talk about other cool stuff. Thank
And
you,
we're
my
going to laugh
friends.
at it. Thank you, Chip.